And come on up, sir. God bless you. I gotta stand up on this one.
Oh man, that was such a lovely introduction, sir. I've never been introduced so wonderfully, sir. So since you gave me such a kind greeting, I think I'll just go ahead and reveal some of your past. Jesus may have forgotten, but North Carolina has not forgotten, sir. We have not forgotten. I know a lot of y'all just know the Pastor EJ from Virginia and all that good stuff, but we know the Pastor EJ, back in North Carolina. But before I get started, let me thank my wife for traveling with me. Can y'all give her a hand? Thank you. She got a new truck for Valentine's Day, so give her another hand. And she didn't pay for it. Give me a hand. Thank you. I go to work every day. It's a lesson to be learned in going to work every day. Sometimes you don't get to enjoy the money. After bills and all that other good stuff, sometimes there's a person lurking in the background that just might want something. That's my person lurking in the background. And my 2-year-old daughter's not here, so I'm a new dad, kind of new, 2 years into it. So give Madison a hand, she's not here. That's another person lurking in the background that just might need a couple of $2, $3 every now and then, just to keep it real. And we know how many Pastor EJ got. We not even gonna go there. How many folk he got in the background trying to get $2 or $3 every now and then. So he right high class, in case y'all didn't know. He may come off very humble and kind and all. He is kind, don't get me wrong. He is kind. He did invite me up here, so I appreciate the invitation. That was very kind of you, sir, on Valentine's weekend. I couldn't think of any other place I'd rather be in the world than in Richmond, Virginia on Valentine's Day. Not me, I couldn't think of nowhere else I'd rather be. No, not the comfort of my own home, not in the Cayman Islands or in the Bahamas or on a Valentine's Day getaway weekend. No, sir. I would rather be here. But I'm not here for you, sir. I'm a man of the people. I'm here for y'all. Give yourselves a hand. That's why I'm here for the people. But like I was telling y'all, my main man, I'm going to try to, make sure I use all the courtesies because, he's a pastor now. He hasn't always been a pastor. When he was just my friend, I could talk to him a little differently. So I'm going to try to remember he's a pastor and this is his establishment. This is his church. So we're gonna try to remember that. But the first time I remember seeing Pastor EJ, I believe maybe he was on a deployment. We were on a deployment. He had been gone for a little while, so I had never seen him. I was just familiar with his wife coming to the church on a regular basis. So I knew he eventually was coming back. So, I said either her husband is a backslider and he's not. Do y'all want me to keep it real? I'm just telling you what I was thinking. I'm a PK. I've been in church my whole life. So, you see somebody coming to church by themselves for a while, either one or two things. Either he ain't saved, he done left the family, you know what I'm saying, or something wrong with him. And something is wrong with him, but he hadn't done none of those things. He hadn't left the family. He was serving his country. I'm a veteran. I said, any veterans in here? Okay, woo, give it up for the veterans. I know it ain't Veterans Day, but give it up anyway. We like to get attention. Hey, I'm a veteran. I go in McDonald's. Y'all got discount? No? Oh, okay. Well, if you got a 10% discount, I will be at your establishment. So business owners or future business owners, the first thing you need to do when you open your business, we offer a 10% military discount. Okay? Remember that. But back to my brother, Pastor EJ. I remember the first time I saw him. So he came to church. I said, okay, well, she does have a husband that's in church. He's here now. He had a brown leather coat on and a brown turtleneck. And it was July. So, I was kind of concerned because, we're in a military town and people got situations going on upstairs. I just keep it like that. We got people that's got stuff going on upstairs. And, you got to be nice to them. You just can't roll up on people in a military town because they might not, their clock might not tick right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help y'all out here. So, there's two sides to our church back home. I used to be on the right side and he was on the left side. We're kind of on the second row. So, we're doing praise and worship, and the choir singing and doing their thing, everybody's singing. And I'm looking over, I hear something. Somebody's singing over the choir. Yeah. Singing over the choir. And trust me, our choir, it's full choir, they can sing, got a lot of instruments and all that good stuff, but I still can hear one voice singing over the choir. I'm trying to, do my thing and worship. I'm trying not to be concerned with nobody. You know how you ain't supposed to be worried about what nobody else doing to your left and to the right. That's what I was taught coming up in church. Don't worry about what nobody else doing. I can't help it. I'm worried about what somebody else is doing today. My mama's not here, so I'm going to worry about what. So I try to play it cool. You don't want to look directly, so I kind of had to scratch my neck a little bit, kind of like, like that right there. So I didn't get a good glance at him. But I can hear his loud voice, almost like a, what you call them dudes that be singing in opera. It was a high pitch, was that soprano? No. Yeah, that's what a dude's supposed to sound like. A tenor, yeah, you're right. A tenor is right, you're right. I'm sorry for asking that question. It was more of a soprano kind of sound. It was very high pitched. I don't know all the official terms and octaves and stuff, but whatever the octave is that can break a glass, whatever that pitch is that can break a glass, I'm hearing this, and that's okay. That's got to be a woman. So I'm going to look over here and see who it is. So I look, and I see Pastor EJ with that brown leather coat on, that brown shirt, and he wasn't sweating. That's another problem. I'm really concerned now. Okay. This joker got a brown leather coat on, a brown turtleneck. It's July, and he's not sweating. Yeah, some don't tick right, and some ain't working inside functionally. I don't know what it is. Maybe his sweat glands don't operate under his armpits. I don't know. But I'm looking at him, and he's just singing. I'm just trying to figure out why is this guy out singing the choir. I mean, he's looking. Back in my dad's church, people that wanted to join the choir, they would out sing the choir, and he would see them, and next Sunday they would be in the choir. I said, okay, maybe he has plans to be in the choir. Okay, I got it now. Okay, now I can get back to my worship, praise and worship. So I'm praising and worshiping. The next thing I know, I see somebody take off running down the aisle, out the corner of my eye. So I look. Guess who it was? Get one guess. Out the corner of my eye, I just saw a brown spot. So I said, maybe that was the brown leather coat and the brown leather. So he runs to the back, and then he runs back to the front, runs all the way to the back, and back to the front, and he lays out like a cross. I said, Lord bless him. Lord, be with me. And be with us just in case he's crazy. The jokers is walking in churches now, cutting and fooling. Please be with us, Lord. I said, we in Fayetteville, so it's army time, so you really got to be careful. So I'm still trying to do my thing. I mean, everybody's just going on like normal, so they must know him. Nobody even buzzed when he ran back and forth and laid out down there like a cross. I mean, nobody said a thing. And 2 or 3 other people start running back and forth, and they just stepped over top of him. I'm thinking we at the Olympics, they hit the high hurdle. When you hit that hurdle, you snap that leg down, and snap the leg down. And they didn't touch him. I said, okay, they must know this guy. So they, cause I hadn't been going to the church that long. Me and my wife, I wouldn't say we was church hopping, but we kind of visited for about 3 years. The visitation plan. Yeah, okay, now y'all being judgmental. Y'all know judging people like that. Y'all ain't never visited the church for a while and didn't join, but y'all won't go nowhere else. So you was kind of a member, but you just hadn't committed. You want to kind of fill them out a little bit. You want to make sure their taxes are good and, they got a good reputation in the city. And sometimes that takes about a good 3 years for me to figure out if the church is good, if the pastor's okay, he ain't got no lawsuits out there, because I don't want to join and start giving my tithe and offering. Then, he got a long red Cadillac, with the top down, diamond in the back, playing Jodeci. So it take a little while, to investigate what's going on, because this is where I'm going to bring my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring my family to the church, so you just don't bring a family in the church, right? If you didn't know that, I'm helping y'all out. And you don't have to do the 3-year visitation plan. I'm just saying, check things out, check the pastor out, make sure the Cadillac ain't too long. Nothing wrong with a Cadillac now. Now, usually some of your best preachers got a Cadillac. And if it's red, they really can hear from God. Remember that. Red Cadillac, they can hear from God. Red Corvette mean they like Prince. So, you know, if they back in with a red Corvette, then you back out. When you see the pastor back in with the red Corvette, you back on out. You get on out of there, okay? Red Cadillac, that's where you need to be. Alright? I don't know what to say about a pastor that drive a Toyota, I'm not sure. I don't know. Them are the ones that probably really can hear from God. Because they are focused on what y'all need versus what they need. And then y'all get y'all pastor. Well, I'm gonna get back to Pastor TJ, but I just thought of something back when my dad had a church. You know, the focus was more on the cars and the glitter and the robe. We used to wear robes. Y'all remember the church? You know, when the pastor would wear a robe. You know, my dad used to wear a robe and stuff, so he had some of the baddest robes in Durham, North Carolina. I'm trying to tell you, you ain't never seen sequins until you seen my dad's robe. You ain't never seen gold chains until you seen my dad. And longer. I mean, and the cross was something like, I don't know, Young Jeezy would have on a bigger. Y'all don't know who Young Jeezy is? Okay. The cross is something like, let me give y'all a gospel art. Ben Tankard. Y'all know Ben Tankard? Okay, I'll give y'all a gospel art. The Winans. Okay, well he had a robe or something like on the Winans. I know y'all been saved most of y'all whole life, so y'all probably aren't too familiar with different R&B artists and stuff. Matter of fact, R&B stands for rhythm and blues. That's a kind of music that you play, you know, when you about to go to the mall or something like that. Okay, we're moving on. I don't want to get in trouble in here. Actually, this my buddy's church. But Pastor EJ, honestly, he was just going buck wild that Sunday. I'm assuming it was because maybe he got back from deployment in one piece. Well, at least physically he was back. Mentally, I don't know, he might have still been overseas somewhere because this thing just didn't like it was rap tight. But nobody said anything to him. So, moving forward, there was another incident I remember Pastor EJ. I got to know him for a little while at this point, so I knew he was sane. You know, I even gave him my cell phone number, you know, because well, I mean, you know, I had checked him out for a little while, and you know, we have a ministry called the Adjutant Corps, so, you know, we wanted to add him to the Adjutant Corps, which I was still kind of concerned about that too, because the adjutants are right around pastor. And I guess he must have impressed somebody running back and forth and laying out before the Lord in the church, so they say, hey, he must be holy. Right, because people that's not holy don't run around back in church. Right? Only holy people run around and lay out and dance and stuff. Is that correct? No? Okay. That's my church. Okay. Back in North Carolina, if you run around and you dance, that means you holy. Okay, man. It don't matter what you do Monday through Saturday. We just talking about on Sunday. We just talking about on Sunday now. So you put a good dance on, you put a good two-step down, you know, you put a good little dab in there, you know, and that means so you got it. You okay? Okay, he dabbing? Yeah, okay, yeah, he got the Holy Ghost. All right. You got it, all right. I like that. Okay. Then if he start nay-naying, then he ain't got it. That's old. He ain't got it. He pretending, man. You gotta stay current, you know. If you dabbing, you got the Holy Ghost. If you nay-naying, that was last year. You know, that's old. You know, that's just as bad as you doing the Cabbage Patch. You really ain't got it, man. Matter of fact, you demon possessed, man. You really ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? But look, just to fast forward to the next situation, I remember Pastor EJ, and I said this last time I was here. This is a true story. This is not even a joke. It's gonna sound like one, but it really happened. And usually when somebody says it really happened, they usually are lying. Kind of like the normal testimony service, you know, test a lie. You know, I like to call them test a why. Like, why did you say that? That didn't happen. We'll get to that later. Oh, goodness. We're in church. Praise and worship is going on. Singing, praises are high. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, looking straight ahead or with my eyes closed, you know, giving the Lord everything I got. Or at least what I have left, you know, from Saturday night and stuff like that. Y'all ain't never been sleeping in church. Y'all funny. Y'all judging me. Like, y'all ain't never been sleeping on Sunday where it ain't all right there. You know, I'm trying to get it out, you know. I love the Lord, but I'm still tired. I was up last night, worked all week. I'm sorry. Lord, he knows my heart. Sorry I don't have the normal song and dance and run around like y'all normally see. I'm tired this Sunday. So I'm praising the Lord. And you know, I'm so used to hearing an individual overseeing the choir. You get accustomed to it. You know how you get accustomed to certain people doing certain things at certain times when certain keys or chords are struck in church. You know, and she goes. Ain't ran all week, ain't gave God no glory all week. But as soon as she heard that, there she gone. I would love to just pull up in her reel like one time. She just ran the light. Man. That's all it takes, right? And you know, it don't matter what you do Monday through Saturday. All you gotta do is get that good feeling on Sunday. So I'm anticipating, you know, that angelic opera high-pitched voice from my left to come during praise and worship. So I'm not hearing it. So now that's weird. Now it's okay, well let me just, I don't want to be blatant and look. So I'm gonna play it off, you know, like I'm kind of into it, which I really wasn't at the time. So I look, and he has a piece of silver duct tape over his mouth. See, y'all, this is a true story. This is a true story. This really happened on everything. This really happened. So, again, my church, nobody is even looking at him. I'm like, am I the only one in here that sees this bald-headed black man with silver duct tape over his mouth like he was about to be abducted? You know, like we about to be a part of the movie Taken 3. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody's singing, praising the Lord, and the normal people are running around on the ground. They running, doing what they doing and stuff. And I'm just really at the point where I'm just folding my arms. I'm looking at him. I'm like, I don't care what y'all say. Something wrong with him. We gave him a chance. He's been back from overseas a couple weeks now. You know, something wrong with him. It's just time for us to go ahead and say, something wrong with him. Pull a chair up in front of the church. We need to throw some oil on him, bathe him in oil. Because you know, if you bathe somebody in oil, that's going to heal them automatically. Right? That's all, right? That's all you got to do is put oil on them. And then you don't have to have no Holy Ghost in that. You just need to put oil on them. The same oil you get from Food Line, the same oil you get from Bilo, or the Bilo. I don't know. One of them. The same oil you get from the grocery store. So, I'm looking, purposely looking, and on the tape, he had wrote the word edify. I said, he's crazy. How he gonna edify somebody and he can't talk? How can words of edification come out of his mouth and he can't talk? He got silver duct tape over his mouth and nobody's saying anything. I think that bothers me more. It's kind of like, you know, the police in around when all kind of crime is going on. They in Dunkin' Donuts. They in Starbucks. Jokers in here shooting. Where the police at? Bang. So this guy, I'm sorry, your pastor is over there with the silver duct tape over his mouth. Nobody's concerned except for me. Now I generally, 9 out of 10, I mind my own business, I promise you. I don't get in people's business, I don't ask nobody no questions. You could walk in here with, I don't know, a red jumpsuit on and handcuffs. I won't say a word. And, you know, I might call the sheriff's department. I won't say nothing to you. Because I just don't like to approach people and get all in folks' business. I don't want folks in my business. You know what I'm saying? I come to church late. Hey, leave me alone. I got here late. Okay? I just don't want you bothering me. I was all Holy Ghost filled until you bothered me. Asked me that question. You could have left me alone. I was going to be on time next Sunday. Leave me alone. Back up off me. You know, give me 50 feet. That's all I need. So I had to ask. I said, hey, how you doing today? God bless you. You know, you do all the fake church stuff. You know, God bless you, sir. It's good to see you. It really wasn't good to see him. I could care less if I saw him. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not married to him. I'm married to my wife. I don't care if I see him. I don't. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me be fake. It was good to see you, sir. You know, God bless you. How's everything going? So, you know, and you know, I get a little close to him. I say, you know, I see you got the tape over your mouth. So, you know, why do you have the tape in your mouth? Yeah. I say that again. So one more time, because people in here, I can't believe it. I said, okay, so he basically want me to use my prophet skills. Let me go to the tool bag. I told you I'm a preacher's kid, man, so let me go to the tool bag. All right, let me look at him. Okay, this is what my dad used to do. My dad kind of size you up, you know, when you come into church and he'll give you a word of prophecy. Because that's one thing that he did every Sunday, you know, he had a prophesy to somebody. I remember one Sunday, a lady came in a wheelchair, and he said, my sister, do you have trouble walking? I said, Dad, you got that one right. You prophetic. Yeah. That's a real prophet right there. Because I didn't see that. You know, I just thought maybe she was tired, like me, on a Sunday and was chilling. So I said, well, maybe the prophetic gift has been passed down to me. So let me find out. I said, okay, so I believe you have this silver duct tape on your mouth. Well, first of all, let me tell you what I thought before what I heard. I thought you were just plumb crazy. No screws left, at your wit's end, and you ain't got no business talking to nobody. So you got silver duct tape on your mouth to prevent you from saying anything to anybody. 2, you love attention. What better way to get attention than to come to church with a brown leather coat on? Now, he didn't have a turtleneck on this time. He had a little V-neck sweater on. And silver duct tape over your mouth with the words edification. But the strange thing is, nobody said anything to him. Church had already broke out. It's just me and him standing there as people are leaving. So the prophetic word that came to me was, he's crazy. I said, I didn't even need a prophetic word to know that he's crazy. Oh, but to make a long story short, he wasn't really crazy. Well, let me rephrase that. To make a long story short, everything that he does, there's a purpose behind it. And many, many weeks later, I found out what the purpose was, and it made sense. But that's dangerous sometimes, though, because sometimes you don't have a couple weeks to figure a thing out. Because if that would have been my first Sunday coming to the church as I was doing my church investigation, I would have walked in, saw the duct tape, straight out of there. Straight out of there. I don't know what y'all got going on in here. Y'all might put duct tape on me next and get me out of there, and I wake up in China somewhere, working in a plant, making Air Jordans. Right. For $2 an hour. Don't let me go there. That's a whole other story. Much as I love shoes and stuff, but hey, that's a whole other story. But nonetheless, many, many months go by, and I really, really form a great relationship, you know, with Pastor EJ and everything. And you know, I remember the very day where he brought me in his office, and he said, now again, I believe this. You know, he said the Lord, you know, told him that he's going to be moving to Richmond. Apparently that was true, sir, so you are a real prophet. Give him a hand. That actually happened. We're in Richmond. He's here, he has a church, y'all are here. So this is a real man of God. No red Cadillac yet, but don't worry. He's on the way to getting the red Cadillac, and I promise you he's going to get that, you know, even if I had to buy it for him. But I remember sitting in his office, and he was doing all these visual graphics and everything. I was always impressed by visual graphics, because I'm kind of self-taught, and I love that kind of stuff. And you know, he was just doing this thing in there, and just like everybody, now I'm being nice to him, everybody was so sad to see this man and his family leave. So sad to see him leave, you know. But I was kind of glad, because now I can praise and worship. Now I can be free to praise and worship with no worries, no loud singing, you know, nobody showing off. He got a nice little footwork too now. I don't know if he ever show y'all his footwork. He got a nice little two-step, you know, that he used to do. Cause it's another brother at the church that like to dance a lot too. So they would have like, y'all ever seen, I can't even, what's the name of the movie? I think Omarion is in the movie. You Got Served? Y'all ever seen You Got Served? Do y'all like You Got Served? I know it's not a gospel movie, I'm sorry. It's kind of like You Got Served, where it's kind of like two different teams. Because he sat on the left side, and the other brother would sit on the right side. You know, and you would see, Pastor EJ, he would come out, do a little step like that, he'd go back. Then the other brother, he'll come out and do a step, and another step. And he'd be like this right here. And then I would see EJ. Anytime I would see Pastor EJ look a man up and down, it's on now. So he look at him up and down, checking the shoe game out, the sock game out, and oh man, he can't touch me, so let me go and show him. And he'll wait for, a high point of praise, and then here comes Pastor EJ out there with the I call it the Icky Woods, that Icky Woods touchdown, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he would do that prime time, that Deion Sanders, and then when the other brother would be out there, he would hit that Heisman on him. He would, give him that stiff arm. And of course, by this time, ain't nobody praising the worshiping. Everybody's kind of watching the You Got Served battle around him. And EJ would always be on this is a video game, Mortal Kombat, finish him. Finish him. Finish him. That's all I can hear. Finish him. And the brother is wobbling. Finish him. And EJ would, pow! Finish him. He finished him. Y'all see that? That's my man. He finished him. Hey, man, that's my time, man. I love y'all, man. Love you, guys.
Come on, y'all, give it up. Give it up.